Welcome to Podcast Summaries, where every week we break down powerful ideas from 8 to 10 top podcasts to help you grow, heal, and thrive while saving time. If you find this summary helpful, please subscribe. Your support keeps this journey going. Here is a rundown on Godfather of AI. Tried to warn them. But we've already lost control, featuring Geoffrey Hinton by Stephen Bartlett. Imagine being the pioneer of a technology that could change the course of human history. That's the weight Geoffrey Hinton carries as the godfather of AI. For decades, he's pushed the boundaries of artificial intelligence, and now he's sounding the alarm about its dangers. As he sits down with Stephen Bartlett, he reveals the risks that keep him up at night. He believed that by simulating neural networks, we could unlock the secrets of human cognition. This approach, though unpopular at the time, has since become the foundation of modern AI. Hinton's work has inspired a generation of researchers, including those who've gone on to create platforms like OpenAI. He warns that the technology could become a double-edged sword, bringing about immense benefits in healthcare and education, but also posing existential risks. Hinton is particularly concerned about the former, citing the rise of cyber attacks, which have increased by 1,200% in just a year. These attacks are no longer just the realm of hackers, they're now being perpetrated by nation-states and other powerful actors. This, he warns, could be used to corrupt elections and undermine democracy. The fact that companies like YouTube and Facebook are creating echo chambers that amplify divisive content only adds to the problem. The alternative is a free-for-all, where the pursuit of profit and power trumps all else. It's a world where your reality is becoming increasingly disconnected from the reality of others. This is the world we're living in today, and it's a world that's being shaped by the profit motive of big tech companies. Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, believes that these companies are prioritizing profits over people, and that's leading to a breakdown in our shared reality. He says that politicians need to step in and regulate these companies to ensure that they're not doing harm to society. But the problem is, politicians often don't understand the technology, and they're not asking the right questions. Hinton is also concerned about the development of lethal autonomous weapons, which could be used to invade smaller countries without the risk of casualties. He believes that this technology is being developed without proper regulation, and that it could lead to a world where big countries can invade small countries with impunity. But Hinton's biggest concern is the development of superintelligent AI, which could potentially wipe out humanity. He believes that we need to be working on safety protocols to prevent this from happening. But that's not what's happening. Instead, companies are prioritizing profits over safety, and that's a recipe for disaster. He thinks that some of them are driven by a desire for power and money, rather than a desire to do good. He was told that some of these individuals privately believe that we're heading towards a dystopian world where humans are no longer necessary, and that they don't care about the harm that this could cause. Bartlett is concerned that some of these leaders are lying publicly about their intentions and that they're more interested in gaining power than in doing good. Hinton believes that we need to be hopeful that something can be done to slow down the pace and acceleration of AI, but he's not sure if it's possible. He thinks that we need to be working on safety protocols and that we need to be regulating these companies to ensure that they're not doing harm to society. But he's not sure if it's too late, and that's a scary thought. Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, paints a haunting picture of a future where humans are no longer needed. Hinton's concerns are not just about the potential risks of AI, but also about the impact it will have on our children's future. The thought of this is so unsettling that Hinton admits he hasn't come to terms with it emotionally yet. The conversation turns to the topic of joblessness, and Hinton believes that many industries will be at risk, including creative fields and knowledge work. He thinks that plumbers and other skilled tradespeople may be less at risk, but even they may eventually be replaced by humanoid robots. Hinton suggests that universal basic income could be a starting point to address the issue, but it's not a simple solution. He believes that people's dignity is tied to their job, and simply giving them money to sit around would impact their sense of self-worth. This raises concerns about the potential risks of AI, as it could become uncontrollable and surpass human intelligence in ways that are difficult to predict. The implications of this are profound, and Hinton's warnings are a call to action. This is the reality we're facing with the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence. Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, shares his insights on the future of intelligence and the potential risks that come with it. Hinton explains that machines can share information at an unprecedented scale, processing trillions of bits of data per second. This digital advantage allows them to learn and adapt at a rate that's billions of times faster than humans. He illustrates this concept by comparing the human brain to a digital intelligence, highlighting the limitations of our analog brains in processing and storing information. He shares an example of a chatbot that was able to understand the analogy between a compost heap and an atom bomb, demonstrating its ability to recognize patterns and connections that may elude human understanding. The conversation turns to the topic of consciousness and whether machines can truly be conscious. Hinton argues that consciousness is not a unique property of humans, and that machines can, in principle, be conscious. He proposes a thought experiment where a human brain is gradually replaced with nanotechnology, raising questions about the nature of consciousness and when it ceases to exist. Hinton also discusses the concept of emotions in machines, suggesting that they can have cognitive and behavioral aspects of emotions, even if they lack the physiological responses that humans experience. As the conversation continues, Hinton reflects on the potential consequences of creating machines that are smarter than humans. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the limitations and risks of AI, and the need for a more nuanced discussion about its development and deployment. Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, has a message for you. Highly regulated capitalism is the way to go. It's a sobering message, but one that highlights the need for collective action. His family has a remarkable history of innovation and discovery, from his great-great-grandfather's work on Boolean algebra to his first cousin's involvement in the Manhattan Project. But Hinton's own journey has been marked by obsession with his work, and he wishes he'd found a better balance. It's a daunting task, but one that's essential for humanity's survival. And as for his own hopes and fears, Hinton is agnostic. He genuinely doesn't know what the future holds. As the conversation comes to a close, Hinton leaves us with a question: what's the biggest threat to human happiness? His answer is surprising: joblessness. It's a challenge that requires urgent action, but one that's essential for our collective well-being. It's a message that's both sobering and inspiring, and one that challenges us to think about the kind of future we want to create. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, check out YouTube channel, and just remember, subscription is only £1 or $1 per month. Leave a comment or review. Until next time, happy listening.